Like, hey, I'm not an
There was
advocate
a lot of
for the
there was a
first
lot of good.
for episode 1 or episode. I'm not,
No, they're terrible.
When you
But-
talk, it's hard to see your lips moving.
That's the point.
That's amazing.
That's disturbing.
That's
Yeah.
really tough. Hello. If you're just joining us, my name is Nick Martin. I'm the host of Between Two Nerds. We're going to begin today by introducing our wonderful participants. To my right here is Alon Oskarov. Say hi to the camera.
Hello, camera.
To my left here is Pablo Leon, production designer here at TechChange. Pablo, if you could start and just maybe just share your thoughts on Frozen with the audience here.
Okay. I think visually it's a fantastic movie. There's nothing wrong with that movie visually. Visual development, design, everything is perfect there.
Terrible visual design. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Trolls made out of rocks that roll over on the ground with flowers on top? It's ridiculous. Plus, that snowman looked like a giant, blurb. That movie looks like there were like a bunch of producers who sat down. They're like, hey, what's in today? Snow. All right, snow. Let's make a movie about snow. All right, let's find everything that has snow in the title and just dump it into the Maya file.
Snow.
All right, import that. Giant snowman. Import it. Plus, story-wise, oh my god, don't even get me started. It's not like it has like a few problems. The movie is based on a messed up, twisted premise where two parents have this kid who has basically superpowers. And, in a normal society, she'd be shipped off to Xavier School of, talented, gifted teens.
Can we get some pumpkin pie maybe on set?
Yes,
Thank you. Appreciate it. Here, pass it down. You're great. All right, well, while we're waiting for the pie, I would like to ask the second question. RoboCop versus Dredd. What do we think about this topic?
Actually, I think both RoboCops were better than Dredd. I know it's hard for you to admit it, but the new Dredd movie
That's my piece.
didn't really pick up. And the old Judge movie was super weird. Rob Schneider was in it.
The worst. Okay,
Rob
let me
Schneider.
tell you something.
Who would cast Rob Schneider in an action film?
Dredd,
I wouldn't cast him in my winning video.
1995 Dredd had some elements of Judge Dredd had some elements of the actual story, which is post-apocalyptic city, and there's a lot of elements that worked and that are actually real. And then yes, they threw Snyder. Then they did the worst sin they could commit in anything. They removed his helmet. You do not remove the helmet because Dredd is only. He is the eyes of the reader. He's only there as your portal into this world.
If you were to remove your helmet right now, what do you think people would do?
I never remove my hands.
It's true.
I think RoboCop is just the new RoboCop is. I like the new RoboCop's design. I think the movie was also better than the new Dredd movie. The new Dredd movie was a ripoff from Raid.
So they completely removed that, and now he's just a dude in a android. Like,
he's not really a dude. He's just like lungs
just
and a brain
head
and an eye, which was pretty cool. It was a cool shot. Did you see it?
I'd never seen any of these movies.
I guess you can say he was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was really. Alright.
Hi.
The problem is that Spider-Man is not a hero. He's just a jackass swinging.
You mean
from
now?
buildings. In general.
No.
The
comic started, Spider-Man was. It's not only that when the comic started in '67, not only that he was a hero, he was different in the sense.
Can we get a fact check?
Spider-Man is white.
No, but wait. Yeah, of course, '60s. But he was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And up until then, teenagers were cast as the sidekicks. Bucky, Robin, Aqualad,
and they all died eventually.
Yeah, and they all died eventually.
I'd like to take a minute and just thank our sponsors, Purell, today for sponsoring today's session. And if you can, just take some hand sanitizer here.
Thank you.
We didn't have any Purell, so we are using a CVS brand. But
it's not a party without Purell.
So you wouldn't just carry around a mask in your bag all day, every day?
Maybe.
Okay, all right.
Favorite short animated movie is The Man Who Planted Trees by Friedrich Bach, Canadian animator, made in way back in the 80s. Beautiful piece of animation. Search for it on YouTube. 70 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful. Poetic. Very nice. Feature film, I would say, I don't know. A lot, too many to pick from.
Frozen.
Frozen what? Frozen bananas?
There's one short I saw the other day where this girl ran over a raccoon and its ghost came out and demanded to be buried.
This is your favorite animation of all time?
No, this is a short. This is short. And as far as movies go,
Frozen bananas.
hey man, you gotta quit monkeying around.
I'd
like to take a minute and thank our sponsor, Trader Joe's Frozen Bananas, for this session.
I'd say The Incredibles as my favorite
The
movie.
movie.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it hits every single note just right. Heroism and its story, it just flows completely well.
Some of you may be familiar with the classic tale of Ariel, underwater mermaid, and she.
As opposed to above water mermaid. And you know what? Looking at Marvel's track record, they're probably gonna do it because they like their fans.
Yeah.
DC like to,
DC likes to
beat their
not
fans.
like their fans, and totally ignore thousands of dollars thrown into books that may or may not be in a box somewhere in the closet now that they're completely pointless because they erased the history. It's not the point, right? Like that. Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Woman? Spider-Woman?
Gwen.
Spider-Gwen. What is this?
It's like a parallel dimension where
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy is Spider-Woman.
And Peter Parker gets offed, thank God.
Yeah,
because that guy is annoying as hell.
I agree
We're
that
talking about
currently
Spider-Man
he's
right
not.
now?
Yeah.
Talking about Spider-Man.
I think Plastic Man is the worst.
I think we're gonna formally wrap up here, but is there anything else you'd like to say to the camera before we close?
Oh.
That's your camera.
Your camera's over there, but I mean, you can talk to whichever camera you want to.
Well, now I just feel inadequate.
Oh. Anything else you'd like to say? Closing thoughts here.
I just want to thank you and thank my colleague.
I don't want to thank you. You know, in person.
And
do you even like animated film? Because I remember we were walking down and you were like, "Oh, Frozen sucks," and then suddenly you're like, "Oh," and then Brave did this and that. I don't think you got the point of Brave.
Brave? Oh my God, are you serious? The only part of the movie they actually put thought into was the simulation of the hair. Everything else was a piece of like, why would her mother turn into a bear? Why does it make any sense?
It's a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon. That means they don't
Thank
take
you
their
so much
audience
for joining
seriously.
us. It's been a great show. Please tune in next time for the
Brave
podcast. We will cover
Frozen
some other
sex.
great topics.